It's not normally advised to manage multiple streams of income in this way. Obviously, they're all book related in your case, so they're all kind of along the same ilk. What made you decide to sort of go against the grain then, and to try and handle all these different streams of income?
Well, I think most indie authors will have the KDP and the Audible anyway as like a standard. I mean, like I said at the beginning, I'm a bit topsy-turvy with the whole paperback print run thing. And I quite like that, because although it can be frustrating to not have all of my sales in one place, it's quite nice to know that, well, whatever happens on Amazon, I've got this event coming up. So it takes some of the pressure off in terms of money coming in. So I think when you start off with that mindset, you're going to inevitably think, well, what else can I do with the content that I already have? Even if that content is just my experience of publishing in this way. Hence Manuscript Monday, because I'm not like having to do anything for it. I'm just sitting down and talking about something that I have been doing already, that people are getting something out of and then subscribing to me, so I earn money that way. So it's kind of diversifying, but without doing more work as such. It's like making the most of the existing IP that I have, be it my books or my knowledge or the things I've been through. Patreon is a little bit different, because yes, I'm creating content, but a lot of the behind the scenes stuff is stuff that I've already done. I'm doing it anyway. You're just now having access to it. So whether that's, I'm drafting, or I'm taking photos of setting up for a Comic-Con, which most people haven't done and don't know what goes into it, and, things like that. So it's just kind of having an awareness of what people might enjoy or learn from, or just find mildly entertaining, and sharing that. And then if they would like to support me, then they have the option to do that either through Twitch or Patreon. And then people are kind of starting to do that, which is quite nice. So it's not really an extra thing to manage. It's not like it's a second business or something like that. It's more a case of making the most of what I have, but trying to balance what I need to do, which is write mostly. So I will continue to look at other sources of diversification. Maybe I'll do a Kickstarter for a special edition book. Maybe I'll set up a coffee, or, there's loads of options out there. There's always new platforms that people want to get onto, like TikTok is a whole thing that people are earning insane amounts of money from. And it's basically the same stuff that they would have put on Instagram. I think you need to adapt and be flexible and be willing and open to change. And okay, well, we've always done this, but what's new for this year? And like I said earlier about all eggs in one basket, at least if Amazon was to go down, I'm not going to lose my income. Or if Amazon was to decide, actually, you've contravened one of our rules and we're not going to tell you which one, but now you have a perma ban, you're kind of screwed if you don't have some other options. So that is also kind of part of why I want to have multiple streams of income.
No, that makes sense. I mean, like you said, because they're all sort of along the same lines anyway, you're not having to put up too much. It's not like you're doing hairdressing on the side or something, is it?
Exactly, yeah. And it would be very different, like some people say to me, oh, would you read my book and give me your feedback? Kind of like something between a beta reader and an editor. And they'll be like, oh, and I would pay you for that. That would be a whole different stream of income, but that would take up so much time and effort that it's not something that I would want to do. Plus, if it's friends and maybe they don't really like your critique, I think it's just a bit of a headache. When I look at other ways of earning money, I try and look at things that are not too different to what I'm already doing and don't take up a huge amount of time. So that's why I like the whole consultancy type thing is not something that I would look into, because you'd end up doing it full time really, and then you don't write books anymore, and then you're running a different business.